Drag and Drive World Champion points. We've talked about the top 10 the other day, but I did finally was able to take the time to work on the top 3 for 850 and the 10-0. So top. Again, welcome to the Drag Driver Pete News presented by Summit Racing. Top 10 Drag and Drive World Champion points holders before Southeast Street and Yeet and Drag Challenge. So this is 2 events left. This is the thing before that. So we got Bryant Goldstone and Randy Seward. Not tied for the lead. Bryant is winning because of the average ET is quicker than Randy's. So both of those have 112 points. Lamar Swindell in 3rd place at 105. Azim Sheik, 96 points in 4th place, followed by Mike Finnegan, Rovic, Dan Dinan, John Moore. Here's where it gets fun. Jay Grabiak, Mike Turner, and Jason King all tied at 83 points, but in that correct order. So I'm going to be posting this up after the show today, so you guys can go in there and look. I'm not going to put out the full list yet, just simply because I want to get Drag Challenge and I want to get Street and Yeet done up and all the math done out after that. So if you feel like you are close, if you're somewhere in the 70s or I would say somewhere in the 60s, if you've won a class, you probably need to start looking at Street and Yeet to see if you could move into some of these top spots. So the top 3 in the 850 to 999 or 850 points championship, Randy Seward obviously has just completely destroyed that entire class. 112 points for him. So it has set records and won each of his classes at all 3 events that are eligible. Number 2, you ready for this? Mike Finnegan, bro.
Nice.
I was like, come on, Finny, that's what I'm talking about. 94 points for him. 2 of his events, and this is where this is going to be important in just a minute, because 2 of his events are within the 850 to 999 ET range, which is part of the rule package within this, and that is going to come into play later in the 10-0 thing. And then Rovic, number 3 in the top 850, top 3. So Rovic with 92 points in there. Azim Sheik doesn't fit in there because he went too fast at an event. So he's not in the 850 because he only has 1 event that is a 9-second average ET, leaving out 2. But here's what's crazy. So he doesn't qualify for 850 to 999 top 3 because of the 1 event being too quick. But he also doesn't qualify for 10-0 top 3, even though 2 of his events are 10-0 or slower, because he has a 940 average for his 3rd one. So he's like in this no man's land, sadly. He's 4th overall in points, but doesn't qualify for 850 top 3 or 10-0 top 3. It's pretty sad. Yeah, so that's where these rules and stuff like that are really hard to write, because what we didn't want to have happen was somebody with a fast car once end up in the top 3 of an 850, but we also didn't want a fast car to end up in the 10-0 top 3 just because they ran slow one time. So
right,
pretty interesting stuff. Lots of time spent there. But 10-0 top 3, let's run through. Let's alternate between these. The leader currently right now, Mr. Mike Turner. Come on, Mike. That's what I'm talking about. 83 points for him. He is one of the only guys, one of 3 racers. I'm going to rewrite this article tomorrow because Rovic is also added to the people that have completed 4 national events in 2025. Missed that. Hot Rod Drag Week had put his last name wrong. Mike Turner, 83 points, finished 2 events with 26 points each, and then finished 6 Smokies in 2nd place with 31 points. So he has a 3 event average ET with the 8th mile correction of a 10.825. So big shout out to him. 2nd place, Jason King, who you just heard kind of tied for 9th place there. He's got 83 points. He finished 2 events and finished race week in 2nd place in his class with 31 points. 3 event average, 11.76. So see, that's why Mike's ahead of him, because he has a quicker ET average across 3 events. And then in 3rd place, are you ready for this one? Terry Scott, bro. Terry Scott. Come on, man. Another guy that has completed 4 events in 2025. Obviously, we only take the top 3. So 81 points, finished 2 events with 26 points each, and then finished 6 Michigan miles, 3rd in class, which is worth 3 points, with 29 points for an event average of 11.823. How cool is that, man? So
yeah,
the guys that go to a bunch of events end up in these, top spots. Who knows? Who would imagine?
Yeah, and 2nd and 3rd there's pretty close with your average ET of 11.76 for 2nd and 11.82 for 3rd.
Yeah, I mean, if Terry went to Southeast Street and finished 2nd, oh no, actually, so this is where it gets hard, because Terry 2 of Terry's events are 8th mile, so he can't count that. So he has to do well in his what would be his no, he's done because street needs an 8th mile event.
Yeah.
So we can only count one 8th mile event. So he would need to go win a class at Street and Yeet to end up moving up. Like he would need to win his class. So then his best finish, like his Michigan miles 3rd place, he would need to win or second place at Street and Yeet to move into the spot with Jason King. But he's gonna have to go faster. Like, dude, it's nerd city over here, bro. Like
Yeah,
that's
sure.
the shit I like. That's the stuff I like. So anyways, congratulations to those guys. Top 3 in the 10-0 is really, I thought this thing would, it's very hard to figure out because there's a lot of racers like Jay Grabiak that have ran in the 10s, but he's gone too fast at one event. We talked about Robic. We talked about Azim Sheik. Azim Sheik would be perfect, but he ran a 940 at one event. So maybe he can sneak down to Street and Yeet and end up just blowing these guys out of the water.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep,
Go ahead.
Yeah, 8th mile I prefer on vintage a lot of times.
Yeah, I hear you. It's a lot easier on parts. And again, it doesn't cost anything for the Drag and Drive World Championship. And for some reason, I just kept adding to my brain damage by adding different things to track.
Right.
So anyways, that is your update. We will be awarding those points champions at PRI 2025. We'll talk about it in a minute. And then also, like, there's like 15 other things we're awarding down there. Toughest roadside repair, Road Kings, Drag and Drive ambassadors, all that kind of stuff. All right. Talk to us about some Drag Drive Repeat updates.
Yeah. So you ready for this?
Dude, I don't know if you know this or not, but Summit Racing, their speed legacy began 1968. That's almost 60 years ago.
Yes.
It's crazy. They have 4 warehouses that are huge. They've put out more than 200 catalog editions with our boy right here shooting some cover photos for one of those and some interior shots. And I think you've been inside another catalog. Is that right? With the Mike Finnegan stuff?
It was the same one. Yep.
Same one. Okay, yeah. Well, anyways, Summit fuels your passion. They save you money, deliver fast, and offer top-notch customer service for more than 1,500 brands. Download the mobile app for easy access to speed parts. Find them on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram for fun stories, and on the On All Cylinders podcast for more automotive discussions like what you're listening to. SummitRacing.com, or click on our Facebook, and the top pinned post is an affiliate link. So if you click on that, it takes you right to SummitRacing.com. But if there are parts that are eligible, it will send us a little bit back. It's not very much. It's a small percentage of sales of certain parts. And so we appreciate them doing that for us. Appreciate their support of all of this. They've been pretty freaking awesome, man. It's been really cool to have the team at Summit kind of help us as we get to like a growth point where I'm very uncomfortable, which is where we're at right now. Those guys can kind of help either put me in contact with people that are bigger than us, or they just say, hey, suck it up, dude, go on. You know what I'm saying?
Channel 53 here saying, I'm ready to go run somewhere. If you're ready to go run somewhere, you need some Summit Racing Crocs.
Hold on. We got to put you big here because those are freaking awesome.
They are incredible. Turbo spark plug pistons. You've got your 2-wheel drive. You got your 4-wheel drive ready to run.
It's hilarious. 2-wheel and 4-wheel. Sport mode. Oh, man. Yep. I wish I lived close to a warehouse for Summit. It would make my life.
Do you, though?
No, I probably shouldn't. Well, you guys can find Summit. They're at both World Cup finals and SEMA next week. So they've got a huge spread at SEMA. They take a big whole display out there. They have cars, they have engines, they have all kinds of parts and all that kind of stuff there on site, and a whole team that's going to be at SEMA. And then at World Cup finals, Tommy Dupree and somebody else. I don't remember who he said the other day in our text messages, but somebody's going to be there with him. So make sure you find them at World Cup finals. Please. Justin Wiedemann's going to be out at SEMA. Jim Greenleaf, you'll be able to spot Jim from across the parking lot. He's like 6'7", and there's a bunch of people on the team that'll be out at SEMA. So definitely get out there and say hi to them at either one. And I'm not going to do anything for you except share your photo. But if you get out there and you get a selfie with one of those guys, please send it to us. Please post it up. Please tag us. We're going to kind of gather those up and then post them up next week. So
yes, sir. The Circuit 2026 is 179 days away. Why do we do this to each other?
Dude, I don't know. It makes me so anxious.
Yeah, and registration for the Circuit 2026 is January 16th for returning racers, which is only 76 days away.
Oh my gosh, dude, that one is the one that makes me anxious, to be honest. For guys that don't know, Drag and Drive events have 2 events within them. They have registration day for promoters anyways. They have registration day and they have the actual event. Registration day is very, very important for us. So like that is like its own event in itself. Eric will tell you this. That's what we're looking at. Registration. Let's have fun. Let's get people signed up. And then we can start working on, like basically showcasing the racers. But before then, you don't know who's coming. You don't know.
As we're doing the countdown here, PRI Drag and Drive Awards presented by Summit is only 40 days away. How does that make you feel?
Dude, my blood pressure just went up. Like I can feel it. If people are looking on the screen, my face is red. That's why.
Well,
40 days doesn't seem like far enough away.
No, what's cool is after our show on Wednesday night, I put in a sample order for our once a year special edition stickers. So I'm excited for those to come in here. Hopefully in the next, I don't know, week or two, they can get those sent out and we can check those out. And if we like them, we can go ahead and get those placed so that we can have those. Remember, we do roughly 100 per day for the 3 days. The first 100 people to come up and ask for those stickers, we'll get them. Again, this is what our third year of doing them.
Yep.
And then, And then, of course, our big thing here is the Drag and Drive Awards presented by Summit Racing, room 235 at 11 o'clock. Again, that is Thursday morning at 11 o'clock, room 235. That way we can have the awards done. Your champions can walk around with their either trophies or belts or whatever they win, and it just makes for a great kickoff to the PRI event, and that will be live streamed. So for those who unfortunately won't be able to make it, you can still watch the show. But if you have the ability, please come 11 a.m. room 235 on Thursday of PRI.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I want to talk about one thing real quick here. Jesse Hazlitt asked, historically, has the circuit sold out? Yes. Each year we've gone big, since we've been doing this 2023, 2024, and 2025, all sold out. 2025 sold out in less than a minute. We allow returning racers and their co-pilots to sign up. So if you have a co-pilot that rode last year and wants to race this year, they actually get early entry and a discount as well. So by the time we get to early listers, I think we had 8 spots left that were going to be public last year to get through there. So should be, I would imagine, the same. We are still keeping it capped at 200 cars this year. And again, last year, less than a minute it took to sell out those final 8 spots.
Yep.
So we sold, 200, basically 192 spots before open registration even hit. So pretty awesome. Yeah, Chris, that's exactly right. Buy the race car, man. Buy the race car. Yes, get ready. It will sell out for sure. Well, what's our last bit here? The
MAHLE Motorsports toughest roadside repair. The last thing for PRI here. Submissions are open. So again, if you want to nominate somebody for the toughest roadside repair, you can head over dragdriverepeat.com. There is a link for you to submit a form, nominate who you want to nominate, give a little background on why you are nominating them, and then we go through all those submissions and we talk with MAHLE and kind of go through and figure out who should get that award. So if you haven't done it and you want to nominate somebody, please head over and do that so that we can give out the MAHLE Motorsports Toughest Roadside Repair Award at PRI.
Yeah, had a great one this morning. Had a great submission this morning. Great nomination. Mr. Phil Gullidge. That dude worked hard all week at Drag Week. Short circuit updates here real quick as we go into the last bit here for this is day count is now down to 6. You better get ready. Get your cars ready. Load them up. Make sure you got everything packed. We're going to have a good time. We're at like 56, 57 cars registered, plus whatever will show up. So I think we're probably going to end up in that mid 50s or 60 car count. Alex Arquette is putting the pressure on Phil Balmaceda to come up and attend. So,
Yes.
yeah, he was asking people for Venmo money. He's like, "Hey, if we cover your entry, will you come up?" And Phil finally was like, "Yeah, fine." And so I think we're pretty close on the money. So if not, we'll see.
That's
Hopefully we'll
awesome.
get to see Phil Balmaceda to come up next weekend. And then Route 66 Auto Museum, I didn't put the picture in here, but they're discounting the entry for us because that's one of our route stops. They're going to discount the entry to $8.50 a person. They open at 10 on Saturday. So I would say if you guys can put an hour together, man, run through and talk to, look at all the stuff they got there, see all that kind of stuff. Plus, the first 25 people to take a picture. I'm not going to release what the item is yet. We may not even do it till that morning, but there's going to be something special in the lobby of the museum that if you guys take a selfie with it, you guys are going to get one of the museum decals. It's not like this big crazy thing, and it's a $2 decal, but let's help this museum as we go into 2026 and the biggest year Route 66 has seen in the last 100. Going to be crazy, but that's going to be something that's fun to do, I think, that morning.
Yeah, at $8.50, you can't beat that. So you definitely, if you got the time that morning, go hit Waffle House in the morning, correct?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yep.
And then,
First $500 of food at Waffle House is brought to you by Driven Racing Oil and Drag Drive Repeat.
Yep. So go get your Waffle House, go check out the museum. I mean, you're already starting up for an amazing day just with those two. So
Yep, should be pretty awesome. Our race car friends that are already in here making comments this morning, I want to say thanks to you guys for being here. I'll tell you, I've been working behind the scenes on some race car friends stuff that's going to be bad freaking ass. Hoping that I can drop it at or maybe before PRI. I don't know if I can get it in place there, but it's going to be pretty cool setup. I hope that we get all this put together. There's so many pieces that go along. Anyways, all right. And then thank you so much to our sponsors, y'all. Without these guys, we can't do this. Like, I want you to understand that. So if you're doing some shopping over the next couple of days, please hit these guys up. Summit Racing, of course, Deech Works, MAHLE Motorsports, Driven Racing Oil, Howard's Cams, J-Wire Solutions, AFCO Racing Products, which is a great story here for AFCO. Somebody, and I feel like I failed AFCO because somebody said, I didn't know AFCO made radiators. So we got to do a better job of that. And we get on that. So they, AFCO Racing Products, Performer Built Transmissions, who's had an incredible year, and Car Change 3D. I love you, Corey. Can't wait to see you. Hopefully he's going to come down to PRI so we can hang out there. And then if you guys didn't know, Waffle Racing is going to actually be in our booth with us. They're going to have a display in our booth. PowerTube TV, Sweet Patina, and Racing Junk Classifieds, all part of our program here at Drag Drive Repeat, and we appreciate them very, very much.